Yo, still Bills, what's the deal, man? I just left the motherfucking Petco. Heading back to the casa right now, man. But peep game, man, I want to talk about something, man. I ain't got to chop it up with the, with the OG homies that, you know what I'm saying, that be the very few people who watch my channel. I ain't got the chance to really chop it up with y'all, man, with my car being down, man. But I came across a thread on Haney. Like, what does he get out of fighting the Lomachenko if they were to fight? And my thing is, a fight with Lomachenko would honestly be way bigger than a fight with George Kambosos, in the sense of he'd feel a lot more accomplished if he was to beat a Lomachenko. Because, you know, I'm not gonna say if you know boxing, you pick Devin Haney. I'm not gonna say that. I won't say that, because there's people whose opinion that I highly respect. Rummy's Corner being one. I really respect his anecdotes on boxing. And he picked George Kambosos to win that fight, man. Not Devin Haney, but George Kambosos, I don't think he fooled nobody, but we thought after that Teofimo fight that he would come into that fight with that same type of energy, and he didn't. He didn't. So, but even with him coming into that fight with that same type of energy, I still thought that Devin Haney would edge it. And he pitched he pretty much blew dude out. But most people had Devin Haney winning that fight. And because there's a lot of people who don't think highly of George Kambosos. I won't be one of them dudes. He's a unified world champion. And I think he's activating that rematch clause to show the warrior, the Spartan stature in him. So salute to him on that. And I think he was a quality opponent. I honestly do. I honestly do. I don't give a fuck how bad Teofimo Lopez looked in that fight. You have to be of a certain stature in order to beat him, because anybody else would have went in there and just got ran over, despite him and not having coming in with a game plan. They would have been susceptible to whatever it is Teofimo put on him. So salute to him for doing that. But people are saying that, man, Lomachenko ain't got nothing to offer him, and I wholeheartedly disagree with it. If Devin Haney beats Lomachenko, that now we're talking Hall of Fame stature, because there's nobody else on Haney's resume that comes close to Lomachenko. George Kambosos included, with all of his accolades in there, because George Kambosos didn't do anything that Lomachenko did. Well, actually he did. He beat Teofimo Lopez, but Lomachenko was unified as well. He had 3 straps. He's held 3 straps before. And he's beat far better opposition. He beat Gary Russell. He beat Jorge Linares. He beat Nicholas Walters. Rigondeaux. Now, there were circumstances with Rigondeaux with him jumping up in weight. Nah, he shouldn't have been up there. Axeman coming off of a long stint of inactivity, yeah. But he beat the champion in Jorge Linares. He beat Gary Russell Jr. He's beat some really quality opponents. And even in the now, stopping Nakatani and battering Richard Comey. Beating the shit out of Luke Campbell, beating the fuck out of Jose Pedraza. That dude has some really good wins under his belt. Some destructive wins under his belt. So you go in there, you put Devin Haney in the ring with the likes of a Lomachenko, and he comes out victorious. Lomachenko can't find his way around that jab. We will really see where Devin Haney is at in skill. People was getting it fucked up like Lomachenko was just some buster ass nigga. I've been telling people, like, we gotta go over it again. I had that fight a draw between Lomachenko and Teofimo. I got so much flack on that shit. Watching the fight, I'm like, I'm not seeing nothing from Teofimo. That the reasons I had Teofimo winning that fight was because of his size and because of his catch and shoot counter game. I'm thinking maybe at some point in the fight he can gain, clearly he's been studying Lomachenko for years, and he wants that. He wants that drama. So you know what to expect when he does it, because you just so fixated on him. You're able to perform at your peak with him because that is a fight that you want and you know you can win. But you know, it wasn't the footwork of a Teofimo Lopez. I thought it would just be his size, his size and the combination of size and punching power and his approach to counter punching. He plays catch and shoot better than anybody, in my personal opinion. I think he has the best catch and shoot defense. So I thought that would be a pivotal factor in the matchup. And I was wrong. Well, I was halfway wrong because it was his size that was bothering Lomachenko. But the minute Lomachenko opened up, we saw what the fuck happened. And I got so much flack on that fight for saying that. And then it took people actually going back and watching that fight like, yo, bro, you right. Like, he was getting touched. People was just so happy with seeing Lomachenko lose for a second time that they amplified the loss. And then it really came back down to earth when Teofimo got on that diva shit. So now you're seeing a lot more people say he didn't even beat Lomachenko that bad. He didn't. Which is what I have been saying from fucking day one when they fought. You dumbass niggas. Fuck out of here. So if Devin Haney was to go in there and beat a Lomachenko, that would work more. Now you're talking about a superstar. Now you're talking about some old shit. Teofimo could have been that. Teofimo could have been that dude that's next up in the now. And he possibly could be. He's still young. I ain't finna support that motherfucker. But he can still be that dude to come like, yeah, all right, yeah, you know, I'm him. He very much so could be. But it ain't in the now because people was tired of his bullshit. You put Devin Haney in there with Vasily Lomachenko and Lomachenko beats Lomachenko, and Devin Haney stays on the path that he's on. He's not overly arrogant. He showed that he's willing to take risks to go over there and achieve an accolade. You are talking about a potential superstar. A win over Lomachenko for Devin Haney would be bigger than a win for George Kambosos. Even though he needed Kambosos to become undisputed. Me, personally, I still think Lomachenko is the baddest man in the division. I don't think nobody is beating him at 135 pounds. I don't. And I still stand on that to this day. I'm not wavering. Teofimo know what was waiting ahead of him after that if he was to take on a rematch. He knows what it is. That's why he got his victory and rolled off into the sunset, which was a smart thing to do. I won. I don't need to prove shit to you, my nigga. You should have won the first time, so you wouldn't have to worry about no rematch. That's what you get for not having a rematch clause. That's on Lomachenko. That's his fault. But Teofimo knows exactly what was waiting for him if he said, yo, let's get this rematch. That fight would have been bigger than way bigger than the first fight. Because the same Lomachenko detractors would have tuned back in for the rematch in hopes of Lomachenko getting knocked out or dropped or badly hurt or injured in the fight. They would have loved to see that. They would have loved to see that. Come on, go, my nigga. Go, 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 go. They would have loved to see that shit. So that fight would have, that fight would have been bigger than the first fight. But he skirted off into the sunset. And it is what it is. And we see the tear that he's been on since that fight. Y'all can say what y'all want about Lomachenko, about Richard Comey. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want about Nakatani. Nakatani is the first one to have Teofimo looking vulnerable, and Richard Comey ironed out a nigga who fucking destroyed Rolly. Y'all want to give Tank all the admiration for beating a Rolly Romero, but not get a nigga who stopped the nigga who, who completely outclassed Rolly. Y'all don't want to do that. You dig me? So for Devin Haney to jump up and fight the likes of jump in and fight the likes of a Lomachenko, that would be far more beneficial to his career. I don't want to say off of legacy purposes alone, because he's already lamented his legacy by going undisputed. But it will further fortify his skill set, where he's undeniable. And in a fight with Lomachenko, we're going to see what he's really made of, because he's not going to have the opportunity to just sit back and work behind the jab. Nobody around them weights is keeping Lomachenko at bay with the jab. Nobody. He's going to have to adjust. He's going to have to work them hooks. He's going to have to be that much more sharper on his toes, figuratively and literally. Because he can't just operate behind the jab with Lomachenko. Not happening. So a fight with Teofimo, I keep saying Teofimo, a fight between Lomachenko and Devin Haney, that would be better for him as far as where his skill set is at. It'll be a testament to where his skill set is at if he was to go in there and beat Lomachenko. So get the fuck out of here. That fight don't mean nothing to him because he don't got no belts. I don't think it means everything.